Okay guys, welcome to another Minecraft video. Now this video is going to be a little bit different than my others. So this video is basically a huge time lapse of me making my base in a server where I play with my friend and my sister. So basically, as I just said, this is just going to be a huge time lapse where I'm just going to show you guys all the work that I do on this world and just behind the scenes basically of me building this world. So let's get into it. So basically right now I'm currently making the walls of my base. So my goal is to have multiple videos, multiple sections of my huge base, and each one is going to be a separate video in which I'm going to time lapse it, and this one is a little bit different than the others, I'm hoping, because the others I'm hoping to be in spectator mode so you can see it from another perspective other than first person perspective, because this perspective is a little bit boring. So yeah, but basically I'm just building up the walls just to have a frame of what I want it to look like, and then later I'm going to decorate it and put some of the decoration that I want. Like later I'll put a giant sword inside of my base, so that will be cool. So yeah, I guess that's what this part of the video is. Okay, right now I'm going caving. Now it might be a little bit hard to see because yeah, so you might want to turn your brightness up, and if it's already on full, I'm very sorry, but I just went caving for a little bit of coal, just to get the just to be able to smelt my stuff. So in total, this clip took 18 minutes. Now compared to the clip that is coming up, that is nothing. This next clip took an hour of playing. Just wanted to let you know how much time this video took. So as you just saw, I was basically just getting all of my cobblestone smelted so that I could once again just continue expanding the wall up, and my goal is to get it to a level of y coordinate 120, because that is the height that I want the wall, and then from there I'm planning on expanding the roof to go higher. So right here I just enchanted a bunch of stone and dropped all my loot because I'm going on a huge mining quest to get a bunch of cobblestone. So as you can see right here, it's just a lot of mining, and I'm making a 2 wide and 3 tall, so in total 6 blocks each time I want to go forward. And I'm just trying to get as much cobblestone as I can for this build because this is going to be a lot of cobblestone in total. And on the way, I did find some diamonds, which is, diamonds are always good. So yeah, I really wish that I had more cobblestone, but with all of my base, basically we've been making a town, and every single house is just made of so much cobblestone, some gravel, and stone bricks. So just a lot of work with all that. So right here, I just started smelting. Now I'm gathering some resources and making it into a super smelter, because I guess I just wanted to have a super smelter. And yeah, right here I've now gone back. Well, I'm trying to kill a creeper right now that has fallen. Just killing some mobs, because there's a lot. And then I just go back to scaling the wall to get it to a y coordinate of 120. So yeah, cool beans. So right here, I have paused the time lapse just to show you that this is basically the what I did for this clip, which is basically around kind of the height of what I want it to be, and that's kind of what the right half looks like without all of the detailing that I put in. So this clip is recorded later that day, and it was recorded on the iPad. So if the footage looks a little different, that's why. So we have now moved on to step 2, the giant sword. So right here I am in my creative test world, and this is basically what I want the finished product to look like with the sword, but I do make some changes in the end, and now I'm going back to the world to try to replicate it in survival mode, and yeah, so I can remake the sword. And I did this, and usually I would just wing it and just go for the sword, but for this base, I wanted to try something a little bit different and actually plan this ahead. So I've been planning this project for weeks, or probably just more like a week. And yeah, so I really wanted to make sure that I had everything planned out and ready so that I didn't screw it up and I knew kind of what I was going into doing this project. So basically at this point, I'm just trying to replicate this still, but I'm trying to, I'm still editing this to make sure that it looks good, because it's really hard to make a life-looking sword, a giant sword, and stuck inside of the wall of my base. So I'm just trying to get the measurements right and make it actually look real, because this is diagonal. And that is really hard to build with on Minecraft, because Minecraft are just square blocks, and squares are the easiest to do. And I kind of tried to challenge myself with the whole base and make it all kind of diagonal, so that, I do say diagonal kind of weirdly, but I'm trying to challenge myself to make the whole base diagonal so that I have a challenge, and just honestly just see if I can make something look good like that. So yeah. So as you just saw, I just finished the finished the blade, and now I'm going and collecting a bunch of dirt to make the cliff, cause I'm planning on making the handle and the little stick out of the handle for the sword to make it actually look like a really cool sword. But with that, I made this kind of really far in to the thing so that it goes into the cliff, so that it actually shows depth perspective, depth. Yes, that's the word, depth. And so right now I'm outlining the cliff, and I'm just going to try to fill in the part that has the handle and the other little stick out thingy. And without the cliff, it would just be floating, and I didn't really want to do that, and I needed the layout of the cliff first so that I actually knew how far in the handle actually was. This next clip was 40 minutes long and consists of me working on the handle and the blade of the sword and some texturing. So, as you can see right here, I'm going to collect the concrete, and I'm making the little stick out for the handle, and I'm using clay in the middle to make it kind of I don't know, have like a more rare and different color material, so it isn't all just gray concrete. And then right here I'm going up, and I'm actually doing the back half of the blade so that when I'm in the inside, it actually looks like the blade is sticking out and through into my base, and it isn't just a one-sided thing. Because I wanted to have the feature that it actually looks cool on both sides, and wherever you look at it, it actually looks like a blade. Because I didn't want it to just look out from one side. As you can see, I've died multiple times in this entire thing, because every once in a while you see a red screen that says you died. Because I'm taking a lot of fall damage in total making this, and I do have keep inventory on, just so it's easier. And I know it's kind of cheating if you're trying to be survival Minecrafters, but what can I say? And right now, I'm just trying to get some food, because I'm dying from starvation. And then here, I'm just texturing the walls so that they don't look plain and flat. This is a very hard thing, and I was really debating whether I should do this or not, but I decided that I should because it looks a lot better in total, so I just decided I don't really want it to look plain. This next clip took a total of 2 hours and was basically just adding the finishing touches to the base. So as you see here, I am just finishing the texturing of the walls just so that it isn't plain and it actually has some depth to it. And really, I was looking at it in plain, it really just looks too flat and ordinary, and I really wanted to add something different, and this actually makes it look more realistic, and that's really why I decided to do this to all the walls of my base, which is very, very expensive on the cobblestone and stone bricks and all that, just all of those resources. Very expensive. So basically right here, I'm gathering a lot of clay to make the handle, and on the handle stick out part, I put clay in the middle to make it not just one color. So I tried to do that with the handle, but kind of really made it way too big. So I had to off camera go off and edit that completely because it just looked terrible. And honestly, I thought it was too much. But yeah, that is basically the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to click the video on the top left of the screen, the top right of the screen. That's also another video that you should watch. Subscribe in the top middle, and yeah, I guess comment below if you want to see more of these, which I honestly enjoyed making. Even though it took a lot of time, it was quite fun because I really enjoyed building. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.